What would you say are the biggest obstacles that get into people's ways as they're trying to figure out how to be a coach?
Thinking they can do it without getting trained. They, like I said, you run out of things to talk about. You don't know what to do with a client once you have them. If you're
Mm-hmm.
giving too much advice, you're going to run out of advice. So I think people just come up against not really knowing how to manage the relationship and get people from A to B the way they want to. Most people come to coaching with a gap between where they are and where they want to be. And you
Right,
need to
right.
know how to close that gap.
Okay. And speaking of the gap, like there's often like a huge distance between the conceptual understanding of a topic, right? So let's say you tell your client, hey, here's where you are, here's where you need to be, here is step 0, 1, and 2 that's gonna get us closer to that role, and so they have a conceptual understanding of what's gonna happen. But the implementation of that understanding is that's a whole different story. So how do you approach that? Like, okay, now, like, we've laid out the foundation, meaning like we know what we're going to do, but the actual doing it is it's difficult, right? People fall off, people follow different plans that you two did not discuss. So how do you approach that whole getting your hands dirty, so to speak?
Well, sometimes it's about strategy. Does the person have a strategy, or are they just trying ad hoc strategies that make no sense? So it's about being strategic. Some people can't see the forest through the trees, right? They can't see what they need to do. They need more steps. And a lot of times it's just nothing will, let me back up. If you're looking for a personal development program, start a
Mm,
business. You will be confronted with your own shortcomings, your own doubts, your own fears, your anxieties. You'll be confronted with everything when you have your own business. And so it constantly demands growth. And, there's a saying, new level, new devil. The next level of business brings new problems for you. So you're constantly having to grow and learn, and
yeah.
it's never stagnant. You're never going to coast for a long time with no problems and challenges.
Right.